All right, here we are at Nuke's on December 2nd, Sunday.
Yes.
And what do you have over here?
I have the grilled chicken Greek salad.
Ooh,
I
nice.
get Greek dressing on the side and put on how much I like. I get lemons also to add the juice since it helps to brighten. But it really is good salad.
Make your lemon water with it too.
I do that, yeah.
What kind of ingredients are we looking at here?
So there's the chicken, cucumber, feta, artichoke.
Greek dressing, right?
Yes, and then capers, which I get from the bar, red onion, calamatas, plural, grape tomatoes, and romaine was cleared in Arizona, and this is where they source their romaine from, evidently. So
Very good. So
I'm ready to take a chance.
We got healthy romaine. Romaine is back. There's your capers right there.
Yeah,
I've got a grilled salmon Caesar salad right there.
it's good.
And a choice roast beef sandwich right here, which I like to put a little Cholula on each bite. They have this really cool thing here at Nuke's called the Round Table, right over there. And so they'll have where you can get little cups of different things. Like I got some capers, there's some toasted chickpeas, some shredded Parmesan cheese, bread and butter pickles, and some jalapenos. We usually just take those home.
Yeah.
We got a nice festive cup.
You put the jalapenos in eggs yesterday.
I certainly did.
Yeah.
They were quite good. All right. Well, we'll enjoy our.
Yikes.
You spill some on you?
Feta on them. It's
A little
okay.
feta. Okay.
I ate it.
All right. So we're gonna enjoy our lunch and
Yeah.
go on about our day. Okay, we're listening to the smooth, dulcet sounds of Luther Vandross with his #1 album, This Is Christmas. You enjoying the Luther Vandross Christmas album?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Yes, it is good.
There it is. Right there. We got a whole host of Christmas CDs over here. So we just finished at Target.
It was insane.
Yes, I was.
It's not even 1 o'clock.
I knew it was going to go bad when, as we walked through the door, someone blew a ram's horn, and then there was a goat sacrifice. I knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be rough from that point forward.
Yeah. Especially in children's.
And the 4 multicolored horses were galloping through the aisles. The ceiling parted, and then blood began raining down upon us. Fire and sulfur were burning on the aisles.
I can smell it.
It's pretty rough. It's a little rough. A little apocalyptic. But at least we're done.
Yeah. We made it out alive, remarkably.
And now we're on our way home.
Yeah.
And then we're going back out. Okay, here we are at the Brandts book sale.
Yeah, flash book sale.
Was it $20 per bag?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so canvas bag.
A canvas bag.
That one for
As you
you.
can see, there's tables all around. Books galore.
Bit of wonderment.
And then you go over there and you make a donation, and then you're free to go.
Next.
And then the actual Brandts is over there, and we're actually behind it.
Max over there.
Oh yeah, Max. So we're on Lime Street, or actually the street right behind Lime Street.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing, all the books here. There must be 10,000 books here, I would think, or more.
For sure.
All right, you find anything?
Yes.
I definitely am. There's a little sneak peek in my bag there. Let me see, take a sneak peek into yours. All right, well, this is a pretty cool way to spend a Sunday, gathering up some cool books. All right. Okay, so we're actually on Apricot, which is the next street over from Lime. This is Max, right? Max, hi Max. Max is sleeping on the table. So come and get some free books. Donations are appreciated. As you can see, there's tons and 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 tons of books. Gina and I both filled our bags.
Yep.
There we go. So come on down, it goes till 5.
Yep.
All right.
Do it.
Okay, we just got home from Brandts, and they had a huge sale, and I'm going to do a little show and tell on some of the things I got. So, here's number 1. A paperback copy of The Forever War by Joe Haldeman. That's often referred to in our current war on terrorism in that it never ends. It's got kind of a foil cover there, which is really nice. It's definitely an essential science fiction book. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. Never Cry Wolf by Farley Mowat. We've actually got another copy of this, but I like this paperback copy right here. It's a really good one. Alright. Next one is called Barefoot and Hit by Brian Aldiss. Anytime I see a Brian Aldiss book that I don't have, I always try to snag it up. He's definitely a science fiction writer that I'm really interested in. He wrote, I believe, The Day of the Triffids, which Genesis did a song called The Return of the Giant Hogweed, which is based on that book. Alright, next one is a paperback copy of eXistenZ, the novelization of the movie. I think that's really cool. That's one of my favorite David Cronenberg films. eXistenZ. This was a really cool find. National Lampoon's Dune. So it's kind of making fun of Dune. Looks like a pretzel instead of a sandworm. The top cover is a little bit chewed up, but that's okay. It's a really cool find. Alright. Next one, Nonsense Songs by Edward Lear. Edward Lear had a lot of influence over the Canterbury prog artists, so I'm always kind of interested in his books. Next one is called The Death Ship by B. Travin. And I've seen this book in a couple of movies, like someone will have it kind of on a desk or just kind of sitting on the side. I think it might have been in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And I'm always aware that, you know, nothing is in a film by accident. So there must be a reason for that book to be there. Some kind of inference they're trying to make. Next one is Get Smart Again. I love these old kind of TV novelizations here. I just think they're kind of pulpy and cool. I have season 1 through 3 of Get Smart, and I really love it. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Of course, it came out long before I was a kid, but I saw a lot of reruns of it. Here is yet another edition of Leaves of Grass. That's another book I'm always kind of picking up different editions of it. And, you know, that's not out of the ordinary because he released several editions, including right before he died there was a deathbed edition of Leaves of Grass. It's one of my favorite books. I often consider it my Bible because you can just flip to anything in there and find something profound. It's such a great book. Here is a paperback copy of Frankenstein, another book I'm always picking up different copies of. Gina's a big fan of Frankenstein. Her father dressed up as Frankenstein for Halloween, and she has a fondness for Frankenstein, so I actually picked this one up for her. Next one is Elvis Speedway. So it's a VHS copy. Looks like it was originally $18.83 right there. And before that it was $19.95. So it went down a little bit and then ended up in the bargain bin. Big fan of Nancy Sinatra. Intrigued by Elvis. So that one should be cool. Next one. I was kind of more interested in the cover of this one than anything. Wine of Satan, that novel of the First Crusade. by Laverne Gay. Let's check out Laverne Gay. Oh, ba 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 boom. There's Laverne Gay. A lot of times books on the Crusade, especially older books, are not quite as culturally sensitive. There's a lot of information that we have now and a lot of different perspectives we have on the Crusades and their far-reaching effects. But I still kind of like the cover of this and thought it was kind of, again, a little pulpy. Looks kind of like a Hammer horror kind of font there. And we have another Elvis VHS right there. That is Aloha from Hawaii. That's pretty cool. And I haven't listened to Elvis as much as I should have. I was always interested in that special where he did the, I guess they call it the leather special, where it's him and a couple of guys playing guitar and they're in a circle. Here is Paddington at Large, a Dell Yearling book. Very nice. Always like that for our little kids book section. And Cousteau. When I've done show and tell with books before, I've always had a Cousteau in the pile. I actually have a hardback copy of this, but again, I like the nice paperback copy. And the next one is called The Verse by the Side of the Road. This is about Burma shave and the signs where it would say Burma shave, get a shave, and that would have like 5 or 6 little signs on as you drove down the road, and it's kind of like a advertisement. And this reminds me of our Route 66 honeymoon. Alright, next one is Confederacy of Dunces. But this is actually an audio version, and it's read by Artie Johnson. And there's the cassette tapes of it. That's pretty cool. Here is Stories of Hawaii by Jack London, which the cover is definitely a little chewed up. I might end up taking that cover off and seeing if I can't save the picture. But yeah, I love Jack London. Next one is You've Got a Friend, Charlie Brown, Charles Schultz. I definitely remember these from like the discarded spinners in the front of the library when I was a kid. These kind of books. They'd have Mad magazines, and I think Ripley's Believe It or Not little paperbacks are always a ton of those. And our next one is Chemistry and Cooking, and I got this one for Gina as well, kind of the science behind cooking. Alright, a couple more. This one is called John From He Come by Edward Rice. It's about the cargo cults. I never knew about this until I think I heard about it maybe about the middle of last year, and I find it pretty fascinating. Cargo cults. Definitely look it up. It's really interesting. And the last little bit here are, growing up in Arizona, we would have these magazines called Arizona Highways, and they're just gorgeous. The photography is just beautiful. These are some old ones. This one is from 1966. I'm definitely going to have to handle them gingerly because they are old and fragile, but there's still some very, very beautiful photographs in there. I was lucky to find a number of them. I've actually been to Canyon de Chelly, which is really cool. There you go. This one is the most beautiful one right here. The Autumn's Variety Show in Arizona. Really nice birch trees on the front. And there's another one. And last but not least, we definitely made out. I'll try to get Gina to show her pile. There's her pile right over there. And yeah, I always love books. Always love finding books. Always love cheap books.